Yeah, thanks for staying with us. The day after a jury found Derek Chauvin guilty of George Floyd's murder, Wisconsin does not have any new police reform laws, but it does have 18 new recommendations.
Our Naomi Coles explains the task force recommendations that come after dozens of other states have long since passed reforms of their own. Naomi?
Nationwide, a New York Times analysis found that more than 30 states have passed more than 140 police oversight laws since George Floyd's murder. Wisconsin has not passed any yet. That's because task force leaders say they wanted to take the time to do it right.
We're spinning ourselves into circles because
7 months, 8 meetings, and a lot of discussion later.
Is anyone opposed to that?
Yes.
yeah, that's where we're at.
Task force members say their 18 recommendations for police reform laws in Wisconsin push the envelope beyond old bills and proposals.
There's also new legislation that is being proposed out of this that goes beyond anything that's been proposed before when it comes to transparency and accountability and making sure that we do our best to get bad officers off the street.
Democratic co-chair Sheila Stubbs says this report represents where law enforcement, mental health professionals, and communities of color in the group agree.
You will see in the report is the word consensus. What was really important for us is to capture where each task force member was.
Recommendations include mandating psychological testing for officer certifications, new reasons to decertify officers, and drug testing after an officer shoots someone. Where they stop short is a total ban on chokeholds.
But what we heard in that room was law enforcement say, if you take away this tool from us, then the only tool we have left to use is our gun.
They also did not agree on a definition for use of force in state law, a crucial element behind things like criminal charges or penalty enhancers. The big hang-up has been whether or not to require use of force to be proportional, a clause from a sweeping New Jersey policy last year.
Officers are not required, generally speaking, to use force that is proportional. They have to use whatever force is necessary.
Law enforcement argues differences in officer size and training makes the issue hard to lock into one definition.
It's hard because it's very gray.
So instead, the task force is planning on a new group to keep working on that definition. You can take a closer look at those 18 recommendations online right now. Now, co-chair and Assembly Majority Leader Jim Steineke says he's hoping that these bills are going to be introduced in May at a committee level, and then he's expecting them to reach the floor for what he hopes is a bipartisan vote in June.
Naomi, thank you.